Hello and welcome to Rinky Dink Jewelers, where we accept your household jewelry. What do you have today for us? Copper, zirconia, quartz? Oh no, I got something that's way more interesting today. Okay, let's see what we have here today then. Here. One. Check this out. I want you to tell me how much this is worth right here. I think it's worth a lot. Marvelous. Marvelous indeed. Might I ask, where did you get this exactly? Man, you won't even believe it if I told you. Well, here around Rinky Dink Jewelers, we love to hear stories. So, why don't you tell us yours? Well, where I begin? Well, it was this game called Xena Princess Warrior that I played, and it was this skeleton demon thing that I had discovered in it. And for some reason, I was in this warehouse somewhere. I can't really tell you where. And this thing just got out of nowhere, came out of nowhere and just attacked me and just started flying at me and shit. So I had ran away, and I ran into this dark room, and I had bumped up against this table, and then this portal opened up, and all of a sudden, you know, these diamonds had just started coming out, man. And that's honestly how I found it, but yeah, man. Oh. Might I ask, where is this portal exactly? Man, I don't even remember. All I know is I made it through the thing. All of a sudden I came through, all my limbs were still attached, and I had some diamonds, so now I'm trying to make some money. So how much you think they worth? About 50? 100? Yes. As a matter of fact, you can. FBI agent Detective DeMarco DeCudro. You're under arrest for breaking and entering and unlawful possession of stolen items in which you could receive 50 to 100 years in your local state goddamn prison. Now get moving. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all let me out of here, man. Come on, man. Please, man. Hey, man, I ain't even do nothing, man. Y'all let me out of here. You know how much they getting paid for having your ass in here? Man, I don't care, man. I want to get out of here, man. Please, man. Please, man. Y'all let me out of here, man. Please. Hell, man, I ain't even do nothing. I know it wasn't me.
Hey! Keep it down out there.
Damn, this is some bullshit. Who the hell are you?
I am your answer out of here. But you must give me one of those diamonds you stole.
Well, how did you know I was in here for that? Shit, I just got sent to population like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, I've spent 20 years in here. I know. Now give me one of those diamonds, and I promise you, I will get you out of this hellhole.
Alright, man. You better not be lying, man. Shit, I ain't looking. Hey, I'm gonna throw it to you. Make sure you catch it. You better not let that shit ride in any other cell, alright?
Hey, old man, you got a cigarette, bro? Man, thanks, old man. That was all I needed, man. Ain't nobody here having. Nobody never had nothing around here, man. Don't even matter how much you ask. Nobody never had nothing around here. Man. Appreciate it, though.
Oh, shit. Appreciate it, old man. Get the hell out of here. Hey, you trying to go nowhere?
Shit, man, I'm straight. I ain't going nowhere. Shoot, I got me a cigarette. I ain't going of nowhere.
Alright, suit yourself. Breaking news. Local authorities have just given information on an escape that took place at 5 a.m. this morning. With crime rising in the area, local residents now have a reason to be suspicious. Our very own Mark Brown is down at the scene. Mark, do you have any information on this? Pandemonium and outrage are some of the few terms that can describe this evening's terror. It was said that by 5 a.m., a local jewel thief was booked in, and by 7:45, he escaped. Police officials have no whereabouts on who he is, how he got in jail, or even his description of how he looks. We do, however, have an inmate who claims he saw the entire event take place, and actually has a description on how the inmate looks. So, sir, who is this guy, and how does he look?
Damn, man. Man. Y'all really trying to get me a tattletale, bro.
Well, it's said that the inmate that can give the best description will receive a $500 bond and a pardon for all of his criminal activities through his entire career. So, how does this guy look? We need our ratings to increase for this.
Hey. Man. Damn, man. Man, you got a cigarette, bro.
Got a fresh cigarette here, right and ready for you. So, how does this description look of this inmate?
Man, we ain't got money, man. Man, I don't even remember much, man. I just remember he just went through this hole in the wall. Man, he had on a white shirt. And he on a white shirt. And he on a blue, black, and red wristband. Yup, that was him. Yup. Hey man, you got that $500 for me, man? Man, I'll pay you back when I get out, bro.
A blue, black, and red wristband. If you or anybody in the streets you know see any suspect wearing a blue, black, and red wristband, please contact your local authorities for there will be a $10,000 award awaiting for the best description. Anyway, man, what the hell? I think you might want to come with me. Man, I'm not going anywhere with you. You got me locked up the last time. I understand that, but you have to realize how much dirt you have on you. Stolen diamonds, trafficking cocaine, fingerprints on $10,000. I mean, you're facing more time than video games have been invented, so I think you might want to come with me. Just what the hell is going on? There's been a new drug in the video game market that's been having gamers thinking they're new drug dealers. You need to know more about what this game is all about. Man, I'm not going undercover. You're not going to find out about it. We already know what it is. We just need to study it and find its effectiveness. Well, what the hell kind of drug is this? Street drug is known as Narc. Fuck. We need you to find out what this game is all about. So, go through it, review it, and if everything goes well, we'll set you free. You got it? Get to it. Here we go again. This game is what is considered a midway classic that took on the whole DARE program from Ronald Reagan's anti-drug program in the 80s. Now, what I've always found baffling is how drugs built this country back then, but now all of a sudden it gets heavily penalized. And among the midst of all these came a lot of video games that involved you taking down crooks,
drug dealers, and drug users. That's how we saw games such as Wrath of the Black Manta, and a lot of those games just basically came in and capitalized on the propaganda of the times. Now, Narc nailed it right in the balls, and they just flat out put you in the action to just take down every drug dealer. I mean, you're not going around picking up clues, you're not even collecting contraband for extra lives. Your whole objective is to go around and kill everybody you see. It doesn't matter if they're trying to surrender, it doesn't even matter if they're human. You're just supposed to take down everybody. Everybody has to leave. And the whole objective of this game is to take down this massive kingpin overlord named Mr. Biggs. Each level has you going through taking down a specific wanted fugitive, and you have to parade through the streets blowing up everything you see. But what's kind of annoying to me is how you move, because you can't really run, and you don't really turn around fast enough either. And these dolls can be really annoying if you're not using the rocket launcher. The dolls have to be my biggest pet peeve because they run so fast at you and so low, and you have to duck and squat and shoot at the same time in order to hit them. And it's fucking annoying because you can't even really squat and move at the same fucking time. What I guess is considered to be the coolest part of this game is being able to jump inside this red convertible and proceed through the rest of the level. But what they don't explain to you is how this thing will explode even if you slightly tap into a garbage disposal. Like, what the hell happened in this city that allowed this many disposals to be left on the public highways? You go through this one level where you could get shot by these motherfuckers who are throwing heroin needles at you. Fuck! Who the fuck could be this concentrated and accurate throwing needles of heroin? And if they're heroin addicts, I'm pretty goddamn sure they'll be too strung out to be this energetic. These bastards are jumping around like they're on crack and speed mixed together. And then... shit. Well, can't say he doesn't deserve this. Hell, if you had to spend your whole work shift blowing apart heroin addicts, machine gun and murderous clowns, and then getting shot in the arm with more liters of heroin that could make an elephant feel like he's playing in a 1968 Jimi Hendrix concert or getting his cop on by a coked up Beverly Hills whore, then getting a $50 cheap nut shouldn't be really a big deal. I mean, at least the prostitutes are committing the least harmful crime in this game. That's until you get an itchy cop from this. So I hope you wore a condom. Sometimes it just gets to be too many gangbangings occurring at the same time. You got a fleet of pissed off minors throwing heroin needles at me. These damn maniac clowns somehow have made their way into here. And then you got these idiots with these gray and brown coats. I mean, shit. Why can't Mr. Biggs hire regular idiots to protect him? I'm just really trying to think, like, how did the proposal go between him and these clowns? Like, I'm very curious to really know about this. I don't really care about the drug dealers and, you know, heroin needles and all these people. That seems kind of obvious, but why are these damn clowns here? I mean, seriously. Just think about how the whole proposal went between Mr. Biggs and this fucking clown.
I see the fair hasn't been treating you well, huh? Yeah, fuck those motherfuckers. I'm gonna sharpen my knife and I'm gonna fuck them all. Hey, take it easy, no worries at all. I got something that'll suit both of us. Oh yeah? What you got for me? Well, I've had some of my guys tell me that it's been a narc who's been running a 2-year investigation on me. And they say he has enough evidence to fire my ass in the devil's cellar for the next 100 years. 100 years? Exactly. And they say he's coming into town in 2 days. I want you to get you, the fucker who sells the expensive cotton candy, and that angry guy who wants to speed up the Ferris wheel. And I want you to get them all so you can carve them up real nice and stop this bastard. Get my knife. I'm gonna sharpen my knife. Carve them all. I got the orders. That's perfect, boss. I'm gonna just sharpen my knife. I'm gonna poke them all. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Carve them up real nice.
The first encounter you have with Mr. Biggs is him scrolling around in his wheelchair talking shit, but then once you knock him off, he becomes this giant robot firing his tongue at you. Now, you really can't run away from him without getting blocked by the other side of the screen, and it's barely any space to really fire and attack at him, so this already makes it a very difficult situation. And you have to be accurate as fuck. It's like on Shinobi Shadow Dancer and Wrath of the Black Manta, where you have to jump and you have to time the jump right and fire and attack and knock his glasses off. But then once you do that, if you're lucky enough, he starts firing all these other shit at you. I mean, he becomes this giant skeleton firing his tongue and rockets and shit, and it just becomes fucking ridiculous. And I can only imagine how many kids in the 80s got their allowance money raped from them because, I mean, this motherfucker just confiscated everything from back then, I'm sure. I've never really been able to beat this game, so I don't really know how it ends, but I can pretty much bet that it's so damn generic that it's not even worth watching.
Alright, man, I beat Narc. So tell me, what's next? You must store one of your diamonds inside of a rectangular shaped object. And you also discovered the wrong drug. The drug you found was a 1988 Control 3 substance that we already discovered and know its potential. But the one we found out about is from 2005, and from what we've researched, it has the potential to do more damage than 50 Cent Bulletproof and Bad Boys Miami Takedown combined. Now your job is to find it and discover what it's all about. Oh, shit. This is another one I'm gonna get hell for, but to be honest to you, Narc is just not a good game. I mean, I'll be honest, it's creative like Scarface was, with you being able to develop sort of a mini empire and do undercover police work and sell drugs, but other than that, it's pretty damn bland and generic and leaves you wanting more. I mean, it's more genericness in this game than a Dollar Tree cheeseburger, and it will leave your stomach feeling with the same experience.
There are two undercover agents. One guy named Marcus, again the average stereotypical black cop name, and then Jack, your average stereotypical white cop name. And these guys are both trying to become reputable officers that the citizens can trust. But in order to gain that trust, Marcus has to discover what this whole new drug called Liquid Soul is about, which brings people back from the dead. And this guy Jack has to stop these corrupt officers in his division. You begin with Marcus after you find out about this guy who gets so fucked up on this Liquid Soul that he just kills everybody in your entire police unit. You eventually have to take out his cronies and then him. Control takes some time to get familiar with, and aiming is real subjective and doesn't really give you that much time to lock on and fight. And I've always hated games where you have to use the left analog stick to move the character around, but you use the right analog stick to adjust the camera's focal point in order to shoot. I mean, it just makes shit feel real irreversible, like you're driving a car that has a bad computer module and it puts your car in drive position in order to park, and then use the park position to drive, and vice versa. In Jack's world, you're trying to get back on the force, but you're going to have to go through the most boring and time-consuming shit this game has to offer. When you run into these officers, they first offer you a joint, want to see if you're going to smoke it. And you have to smoke it in order to continue this game. And this is also when you first get the experience what being on drugs is like in the game. When you smoke weed on here, all of a sudden, everything gets really colorful and daisy and misty. And you start hearing a song that makes you feel like you're really high. But then the high only lasts for like 2 minutes at the most. Like, what kind of bullshit were they smoking? You then get fronted an ounce of marijuana and they expect you to sell it. And you selling like, I'm guessing like 5 to maybe 7 grams for like $100 each. But what sucks is that, you know, you have to go through random people and then just literally ask them if they want to get high. And it's just so random, and you'll never really know who's going to really want to smoke your shit and who doesn't.
You want some shit?
Hey, I'll get some of that.
You want some of... Hey.
Hey, big boy.
You want some
wanna
of this?
play?
You want some shit? Hey. Want to get high? You want some shit? Hey. You want some
Hey,
of
big
this?
boy. You want to play? Hey, what was that for?
You want some shit?
Hey, I'll
Hey.
get some of that.
Just as a footnote, I think his sales pitch would have been a lot smoother if he had actually specified what his client was actually about to get high off of. I mean, if some fucker that came to me that looked like some character from Magnum P.I. were to visit me and propose for me to get high, the last damn thing I would be expecting for him to be trying to sell me would be some fucking weed. The missions are pretty fucking dull. At least in Bad Boys Miami Takedown, you were going from level to level, killing people, obtaining items, and then doing other shit. In this piece of shit, all you're doing is arresting people and trying to pull off difficult shots. And don't let it happen where you accidentally shoot an unarmed citizen and you have a cop rating below 60. At that point, you have to go back to arresting people, and then you won't be able to continue the game until you receive your badge again. Fuck, man, I swear this is a waste of gameplay, so please try your best not to kill anybody or get caught selling anything, because this shit will really irritate you. Now, I'm not a crackhead or a lewd head or a PCP head or a speed head or any of these other drugs on here that you can consume besides marijuana. But when you get high from these other drugs, it starts to make you wonder, is this what the other people who do this shit in real life experience while they're high? On PCP or crack, I think, you start hearing people whispering. And to me, this is like the funniest shit that's on here. I mean, it's like you start feeling like the wife on that movie, The Haunting in Connecticut, and then you suddenly have the urge to start scratching one's neck and asking for a quarter. It's like on this other white drug, you suddenly see some individuals as devils, and then you see the other ones as jesters. I don't think I need to be high on anything to see this. On lewds, I think, this shit does absolutely nothing. It's like you freeze in time for a few seconds, and then you go into like this weird, like, Cubit's vortex mode, and then nothing happens. You just return back to normal afterwards. Now, the only thing I know about this fucking drug in real life is from Dennis Leary's stand-up, and from what he explained in that, and from what I just saw, it's completely opposite. Finally, something that makes this a game. Now, you get scolded by your superior to spy on these cops who are about to make a deal with these local dealers. But this is when you start to see the functionality actually ruins the experience of this game. I mean, you're constantly trying to adjust this shotgun mic to focus on this conversation, but you're spending more time playing and adjusting the fucker than actually listening in on the conversation. Fucking shit. Just focus this thing. Damn. The stealth is horrible in here. Horrible, just absolutely, positively, vomitrociously just fucking awful in this game. First, they don't explain to you that you have to use L2 to crouch. So without this button, you pretty much can't really do anything without being seen or heard. You're on this building and you're supposed to take pictures or whatever of these guys, but you can't let them see you. Now everything is dark, so you can barely see the ledges you have to jump on, so I can't really see where the hell I'm supposed to land. Oh fuck, man. And if you're lucky enough to fuck the controls the correct way, you'll have to jump onto another building and take out another rifle guy. But what's annoying is trying to stand still while kicking and punching. Man, just seems like you can't do anything without alerting these guards. Every time you finish a combo, like if you slightly move either left or right, next thing you know they're alerted and you gotta start the whole damn mission again. Alright, almost got it. Oh fuck, man. Alright, I'm not about to ruin my day because of this. At the end of the day, I mean, this game really is just repetitive as hell. You spend most of the time arresting innocent people, using cameras that can barely operate, and probably doing other shit where you got a platform and deal with these awkward ass controls. I mean, to save yourself the frustration, don't play this. Saying this game is fun, it's like seeing an advertisement for a trip to the Caribbean islands, but instead of going to the island, you end up at the coast of Guatemala, where a bunch of natives think you're the cause of their lack of rainfall, and they force you to stay in a straw hut and help them extract fucking water from a banana leaves for Red Cross. Like, fuck this game. Just let me use the damn silence pistol or something. Man. Alright, this guy can absorb a lot of bullets, but it's not like Trigger Man. Alright, now I gotta get to my mind a bit more. Please don't fall. Please don't fall.
Motherfuck! Like, this game has some of the worst platforming ever. Like, Fighting Force 2 bad. I mean, you can barely control where you land. And you can barely see anything. Like, why the hell is everything so dark when you're jumping from building to building?
On this part, you're supposed to take images of these gang members, which is simple enough. It's a little hard getting to the correct angle. Alright, got one more. Alright, this shouldn't be a big deal. Damn, seems like he got it there. Let me see, maybe if I can get a better image from this other building. Huh. Okay.
spot won't work. There's
What?
gotta be a good spot around here.
What? I'm sure that was it. God damn, how much closer can it get than this? Alright, I don't understand. Like, this shit is
I need
fucking
to find a
crazy.
better place to shoot these pictures.
I don't understand this. How is it that a random guy walking around with a camera in the projects, how is that unnoticed? Wow, bro, are you fucking serious right now? Like, do they really expect me to use a fucking 12 times close-up lens on this camera or what? Like, what the hell do I need to use? A drone?
There's gotta be a good
Like, what does it take to get the image of this guy correct? God damn, bro, what the fuck? Shit, no wonder. Like, look how fucking close I gotta get. No wonder I failed the goddamn mission. Alright, let me get a little closer. Alright, what the hell kind of camera do they really expect me to use? Like, am I using the right camera? Like, is this shit supposed to fucking fly? Like, what the hell? Where are you supposed to, like, how much closer can I get? Where are you supposed to go to take the pictures? Alright, I'm pretty goddamn close. Like, this gotta be the angle right here. Like, this is perfect. Now, we could all agree this is about as possibly humanly close as I could get to snapping the perfect image.
You've alerted the gang and they've scrapped the deal. We've got nothing.
I don't know, man, but this is a good example of a game that's doing something that it should have been trying to do. Now, I appreciate the fact that this game wanted to do something a little different from the 1988 original game where you're, you know, doing something a little bit more modern like the games of the 2000s, but it's times where you have to go with the flow of things and stick to originality. Like, I don't understand why I'm trying to be good, yet I have to smoke crack and do a bunch of hard drugs to prove to others that I'm bad. Like, get to the fucking point. This game should have been like Grand Theft Auto where you're doing fun stuff, riding on motorcycles and hovercrafts and gunning people and doing stuff like that. Sort of like the original game, but just an updated version instead of some damn Metal Gear shit where you're trying to be like Solid Snake, being stealthy and taking pictures and shit. Like, this game shouldn't have had anything to do with anything like that. And I look at it like NBA Courtside 2 with Kobe Bryant. I'm glad I was too poor at the time to afford the sequel of the game. Because if it's any game out there that's forcing you to smoke crack, then that's the recipe for a frustrating game. By the way, this isn't crack.